Alright, hello, welcome back. We'll be playing some more SkaterXL. I feel like the last video I uploaded, um, it did fantastically. I really appreciate all of the views and comments and interactions and everything that you guys have left on it. Um, but I feel like I was a bit too much of a negative Nancy. Um, so with this, I'm going to try to, I guess, right some of my wrongs, per se. Um, and as opposed to being so negative, um, I'm going to talk about what I do enjoy about this game, because there are so many things about SkaterXL that I love. Um, Whether it's just the physics in general. I mean, I know like the moon gravity or whatever on console is a big talking point. Um, but I just don't high pop, and it's fixed for the most part. Um, and like another argument could be like the amount of like character customization, which I do agree like the mod browser has not really been updated too much since they first brought it out. But there are some pretty decent packs. I mean, I think this, yeah, even the shirt that I'm wearing is part of the Legal Civ pack. I mean, I enjoy it. Having user-created content in games is fantastic. It adds to the replayability for sure. Um, like not just parks and things, but even just gear customization options. Board, like boards, trucks, that kind of thing. I mean, I'd love to see like dogs, like gear, like his actual gear mod, where you can have like sunglasses and backpacks and stuff. That'd be really cool to see come over from PC. I'm not sure how feasible that would be, um, but it'd be sweet. Let's see what else was the topping or talking point. Oh, I had a bunch of ideas for this, and now that I'm actually starting to record, my brain just goes into blank mode. Alrighty. Anyways, I guess I can maybe answer a few questions that you guys had. I remember. Apologies if I don't remember the names exactly, but somebody asked how I have so many maps even on console. Um, so if you just get the game, you should have just the official ones installed, I'm sure. That or the first three in the community maps I know came by standard. But if you want like Quebec and Applewood and all of those maps, you have to go to the mod browser. And then scroll over to the maps on the top, and they should be here. Um, so you can even sort them by like rating or popularity. If you click on maps once more, then here are the 6 maps that we have had since launch. Oh my god, and Barcedero has a 13%. Dear god. Anyways, those are how you get to those. They're fun to skate. They get old after a while, like every map. So, mainly for me, just because like each one was, on the malware browser to begin with, and I've been skating them practically since PC. Like I remember when Quebec first came out as like a mod. But yeah, we'll just be kind of skating around today. See if we can get like a nice little blunt slide. Oh, not quite. Let's do blunt slide to fakie. That's a board slide. Tray flip up. Let's try that one more time. That's better. the fuck was that? I swear, transition is still messed up in this game. Like, oh my goodness, that was the weirdest thing. I've had it where like I just get completely launched. That was a weird looking big spin. I didn't even catch the board. But yeah, the second half of this video will probably just be more like a cut commentary style, as opposed to like the intro, or my previous one. I don't know, I just feel like it's a bit easier to collect my thoughts between sentences as opposed to try and remember a whole script. No, I meant to fully rotate and manual that. That would have been cool. Ooh, little front side double flip. That was cool. I didn't mean to. Damn it. But yeah, I mean, those of you asking advice for if you're just getting this game, I'm a decent person to come to when it comes to trick tips and things. But I definitely don't have as much knowledge on the game as someone like Milky or someone of his nature that plays the game almost exclusively. I just play it because it's fun. But I mean, I know a decent, my fair share of things. Well, alright, well I guess it'll help if I actually start talking about some of the things I enjoy about this game, since that's kind of what this whole video is supposed to be about. First off is definitely the motion cap that they did. When creating the game, they motion captured, I forgot who it was, but somebody doing like each of the tricks, which is why like they look so fluid, I guess, is a good way to categorize them. Either way, if you've noticed, like, you can catch the trick at like just about any time, and like, I don't think I've had, I mean, I'm sure I have, just the way it looks, I guess, is, it doesn't seem like I've had like the same kickflip like over and over again, like in many other games where it's just like kind of robotic looking, where like, I don't know, it's like a set, maybe 2 or 3 variations of any trick. But like this game, if you add just enough scoop, you can do like half of a front side flip and like kind of steeze it out and like do a revert or something cool afterward. Like, no other game really has that level of, I guess, control or customization over what you can do. And that is one of the main reasons that I keep playing it. It's just very admirable. Like just how it looks, how it feels, for the most part. Oh, that one looked like it would hurt. I just freaking goodness. Forehead meat rail. I don't know what my infatuation with tray flips is. I just like the only trick I do. Seems. That's a nice hard flip. That's cool. Hard flips are one of my favorites. They just look so clean. I don't know if it's a way that like the board like rotates between your legs like that or something, but oh, it just looks so nice. Oh, a couple grinding issues here and there. Like there, I think the spline is a little offset. Whatever. Beggars can't be choosers. But yeah, like I'd say another thing that kind of ties in with what I just said about each trick looking and feeling different. I guess it's just like what I do appreciate is the skill ceiling that this game has. You know, I guess it's not something that you would normally say as like to praise about a game. But each trick that you do, you kind of have to have an understanding of how the trick actually works in real life, which is very cool. Like you have to, scoop and flip your front foot at a certain time, or with a certain force or a certain speed. And if you do them differently, the trick will look differently from, I guess, one of the same trick, if that makes sense. It's just like learning to play this game is like learning an instrument is a good way of me putting it. Like it's easy to pick up and play, but very, very difficult to make it look good. Yeah, we kind of fell out on that grind. That's still pretty cool though. Ooh. Blunt slide to big spin out? Alright, that works. Ooh, that's a clean looking tray flip. Okay, I've never understood that coping. I don't think that really works the way that it should. But yeah, like, I guess what I'm trying to say is I appreciate how difficult this game is. I guess is a good way to put it. I think the difficulty is what keeps me coming back. Sorry, I'm kind of collecting my thoughts a little bit. Like, if this game were as easy as, like, press X to ollie and then like, press right D-pad to do a heel flip. Or, like, even if it was just, like, the one-stick controls, like in EA Skate, I don't think it would really have the same replayability value as it does. And like I think having to know, or at least have a general understanding of the real life counterparts of each trick is freaking awesome. I mean, they've really created something beautiful here. And I honestly can't wait to see where this game or similar ones that come after it will take the genre. That was very weird. Like, playing off of what I was saying earlier about like each trick looking and feeling different, it's like there's about a freaking million ways to do a kickflip in this game. Like even just something as simple as like something like that, or you can catch it with your front foot, or you can catch it with your back foot, or you can catch it with both feet. You can do it like, you can do a nollie. Oh, that was almost a varial flip. You can do it fakie. You can do a switch. Oh, that was a heel flip, sorry. You can do a switch. And like each, like, I guess, it's always difficult to explain, but the way that you're riding, like your stance, you would think that like, okay, like this foot is in back, now I have to like pull my left stick down, right? It's the opposite, because like you're still technically doing it as you would for like a nollie. You're just riding switch. So definitely for me, when picking this game up for the first time, it was incredibly difficult to kind of wrap my head around that. It's like, okay, like I flick off to the side to do a kickflip, right? The opposite side would be a heel flip. It's pretty self-explanatory. But when you do things like switch, everything is mirrored, right? So if I flick off to the left, like my front or right foot in this instance, flicking off to the left would actually be flicking off to the right, if that makes sense. Like, excuse me, goodness. I don't know, it's just, it was difficult for me to learn at first, but now that you get it, it all kind of makes sense. Let's see, I guess I've got a couple of things I could cover. For those of you that are just picking up or thinking about playing this game, like body rotation is another thing. Like turning your character is a bit jarring to get used to at first. Using your back triggers instead of like your left stick, for example. But like, I know a lot of people that try and use the left stick to turn, or even both sticks. You can do that for sure, but like, if you flick up on accident, you're gonna do a nollie or an ollie if you don't really mean to. Using your sticks is kind of more so for like if you're turning well in the air, so you can use a combination of your triggers and like pointing your sticks in opposite directions to turn while in the air. So like if you point your sticks toward each other, you're gonna like rotate 90 degrees to the right. No, sorry, Mongo push. So if you combine that with like your right trigger while in the air, oh, premature, sorry. You do a 180 easier, as opposed to just like just holding your trigger. It's a bit slow there, yeah. And you can even like kind of go like up into the sides with the sticks, if that makes sense. So like you can angle your nose down or out or up to do different variations of each 180 to make them all look different. And then like as you combine that with like doing flip tricks, you can start doing like backside flips and like do like big spins and I don't know, like bigger flips. I don't know. I apologize for the lack of structure in this video and my previous. I just find it difficult to like collect my thoughts and skate at the same time. I know that'll go away with time, but I just I felt like I needed to right some wrongs with my previous video. I sure as hell did not mean for it to be that negative. Um, and I have a pinned comment up there somewhere, but I'm, if, whoever doesn't read comment sections or, um, skips through the video or didn't really catch me say it during, it's completely understand. Everybody enjoys videos in different ways. Either they have them like on in the background or whatever. More than understandable. I felt like this was needed to be said as well. Like with everything that seems to be going wrong in this game, there are so many things that they have done right. Oh, it's also worth mentioning. I guess kind of tying in with the whole like learning about like body rotation. So if you like if you hold one stick down, right, you're gonna do a low pop. I mean, it doesn't really look like a low pop, but that's a low pop. Now, if you were to hold both sticks down, or in the same direction, I should say, you do a high pop. Now, you can also, if you want to add like a little bit of flair to your tricks, or it also helps to do like 360s on flat if you want to do them. You can hold both of your sticks down, and like if you notice how my character like kind of turns or like torques his body when he like when I use my triggers. So if I prep for that, right? Here, let me kind of. So if I prep for that and I let go of my left stick, just as I'm about to flip, he'll still like do the same rotation as he would. That was a good example of it. He'll still do like the same amount of rotation as he would for like if he was to high pop. It'll just be like a low, or I guess we call it like a medium pop, and it's transferable to nollie as well. I just have a more difficult time doing it because my brain works like that. So yeah, I mean this way you can do like a cab flip on flat if you want to. That's really cool. Like there are, like I said, there are about a million different ways to do a trick, and that just shows that that's a possibility, I guess. I don't know. It's just really cool being able to like wind up for tricks and like steeze them out in different ways that you may want to. Yeah, like there you go. There's a bigger flip using the double or the medium pop, I should say. But anyways, my brain is fried again. Trying to think of good things to say about this game. Trust me, there are countless countless things that I love about this game. It's just hard for me to, I guess, fabricate the words to explain it sometimes. But yeah, I mean, I really do love this game for what it is, and I hope the best for it. Considering where things kind of seem to be going at the time. But either way, those of you who, need a good skate game, definitely pick this up. Even for what it is now, it's good. I don't know, I get burnt out of it easily. Which, I mean, is understandable. I've been skating these maps since before 1.0. Alright, well, I guess with all of that being said, I should probably wrap up the video before I talk for hours. Um, I sincerely hope you enjoyed, and please feel free to leave me a comment if you have any suggestions or questions. You know, if you need trick tips or advice about, you know, picking up the game or what to do, or literally anything. Just, you know, I respond to, I try to respond to all my comments. Just after that last video, it's hard to. I'm not used to responding to hundreds at a time, but I'm doing my best. Anyways, thank you all so very much for the support on my previous video. I cannot say it enough. Like, I'm used to getting like 20 views in a week, and that one had like over 10,000. Like, I'm completely dumbfounded by the amount of people that watch that video. So I sincerely thank you for all of your support and your love. And yeah, with that being said, sorry, voice is dying. I hope you enjoyed. Please feel free to leave a like if you did, and subscribe if you're so inclined to do so. And with that being said, I will catch you next time. Peace out.